Welcome to day 8 of the 100 yoga days of my practices towards the celebration of International Day of Yoga, which I will be celebrating from Times Square, New York, with you on 21st of June, 2026. Hi, Pavitra. How are you doing? So good to see you. Wonderful. Let's begin our day 8 of the 100 Yoga Days journey. Today, March 21st, and we explore Maharshi Patanjali's Yoga Sutra 8 or Yoga Sutra 1.8 from Maharshi Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. This is from chapter 1, which is called Samadhi Pad. So, what is the sutra? The sutra is Viparyayo Mithyājñānam-Atad-Rūpa Pratiṣṭham. Viparyayo Mithyājñānam-Atad-Rūpa Pratiṣṭham. Wrong knowledge is false understanding that is not based on the true form of the object. Wrong knowledge. We learned about the 5 modifications of our mind, the 5 fluctuations of the mind. Pramad, which is the right knowing. Viparyaya, which is the wrong knowing. Vikalp, the imagination, the stories. Nidra, sleep, when the mind is in sleep. And Smritya, which is memory. So in Yoga Sutra 8, we discuss about wrong. What is wrong knowledge? Wrong knowledge. Maharshi Patanjali says Viparyayo. Viparyayo is misunderstanding. When the mind sees something incorrectly, remember, when the mind sees something incorrectly, when we assume, project, or imagine something that is not true. Imagine something that is not true. This is the mind coloring reality with its own stories. It is not a failure. It is simply a fluctuation of the mind. It is simply a modification of the mind. Viparyaya, misunderstanding or the wrong knowledge or the wrong knowing. But when we realize, remember, you are the awareness, and when we recognize it, that, hey, this is the wrong knowledge because this is based on assumption, this is based on imagination, then that effect of viparyaya loses its power. So the moment you recognize it, okay, so this is viparyaya, just the viparyaya loses its power. Now, I'd like to give you an analogy of this sutra. Imagine walking at dusk and seeing a rope on the ground. But in the dim light, the mind says, snake. The body reacts. The breath tightens. Fear rises. But when you look again and you see only a rope, Has this happened to you before? Well, it has happened to me many a times. This is Viparyayo. This is when the mind creates a story that is not true. That is Viparyayo. So today we learn to pause, look again, and see clearly so that its power gets lost. Wrong knowledge gets lost. So let's get into our navel-centered breath awareness practice. Now, place one hand on your navel and let your breath rise and fall naturally. When the mind reacts, return to your navel. That's your anchor. When the mind assumes, return to your navel. And when the mind tells a story, just return to the navel. And we do this in 4 slow breaths. You breathe in with your number of count. Well, I count to 3, and we've learned earlier that we count 1001, 1002, 1003. And then breathing out 1001, 1002, 1003. So let's begin. Slow 4 breaths. Place your hand on your navel and let's do it. Breathe in 2, 3. Breathe out 2, 3. Breathe in 2, 3. Breathe out 2, 3. Breathe in 2, 3. Breathe out 2, 3. And the last 2, 3. Breathe out 2, 3. The practice of navel-centered awareness is to just observe. Just observe during the slow breaths what is happening, what the thoughts that are coming. We are just observing. We are not judging. We are not pondering over the thoughts that come to our mind. Every time some modification happens, something, some thought with viparyayo or the wrong knowledge or the assumption thought or just imagination thought comes, just come back to your navel. Now let's get into our traditional 4 movements. So the first one is Adho Mukh Sukhasan. Sukhasan is, because I'm seated here, you can use your chair or you can simply just do this in your standing posture. So this is gentle forward leaning seated posture. Because I'm seated here, you can do it on the mat, on the floor, on the ground, or you can just follow while you are still standing. Let's do this. Sit comfortably, back and spine straight, and you can roll your shoulders. And as you exhale, you soften the spine and forward just a little, and then this whole part should go as one unit, just as one unit, like this. So, exhale, spine goes forward, inhale, back. Let's do this one more time. Exhale, lean forward, inhale, back up. Now, let's move on to Samavritti Sanchalan. Samavritti is when we equalize our breath, which is also pranayam 1, and sanchalan is the movement. So how do we do this? Samavritti sanchalan. We lift our arms slowly up and exhale, we lower them. And let us try to keep our breath equal and also steady. And by equal, I mean your count, if you're counting 2, then 2 inhalation and 2 exhalation. So samavritti, which means equalizing your breath. So let's do it. You can raise your hands as you inhale and you exhale by lowering them. So let's do it. 1, 2, lift up and release. Lower them. One more time. Lift the arms slowly and rise, stretch, and exhale, lower them. This is Samavritti Sanchalan. Samavritti is equalizing your breath, slow and steady. We move on to Parshva Sukhasan. Parshva means sideways bending, and Sukhasan is your favorite comfortable meditative pose. So I just have my legs stretched out and I'm seated on my chair. And this is side opening while seated. We inhale and we lift one arm and exhale, lean gently to the opposite side. And we repeat on the other side and we do this 2 times and then we return to our navel anytime. Remember, Viparyayo takes place of the mind. The modification takes place of the mind. So anytime you feel distracted, just return to your navel. Focus on your navel. So let's do it. Inhale, lift your arm. Exhale, lean to one side. Exhale, inhale, lift the other arm. Exhale, lean to the other side. One more time. Inhale, lift your arm. Exhale, lean gently to the opposite side. And inhale and exhale, leaning to the side. And release. Now, every time I say that let your navel guide the movement. Let your navel guide the movement. What I mean by that is that anytime you feel that you are being distracted by any thought, just bring all your focus to your navel region and all over your breath. And the last one sanchalan is Upavishth. Upavishth Uttanasan. Upavishth Uttanasan is seated forward release. And how do we do that? So what we would do is this time, as you can see, I'm just getting away from the camera so I can actually bend forward. So that's Upavishth Uttanasan. Let's do this. Okay. So we exhale. So I'm seated in a chair, and you can do this while standing, or you can do this while sitting on your mat on the ground. So let's first exhale, and we fold forward from the hips like this, and inhale, we rise slowly. So here, let me see if you can see me this way. All right. Let's do it. You can still keep one of your hand lightly over your navel, and let's do this. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come back up. Let me turn this side. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come back up. Now comes the hardest part. The hardest part is stillness practice. Now, why that is hardest part? I was just sharing with you yesterday that my parents, when I was little, my parents used to say that at least for just even 5 seconds, show us that you can just stay in one place. And yeah, that used to be very difficult. So stillness, this is the hardest practice of all. So let's do it together. Let's see if we can do it well. Stillness. Sit comfortably. Remember, we are practicing stillness. We sit comfortably. Bring all your focus to your navel. Now, all you need to do is notice. Notice if the mind is creating a story. Notice if the mind is assuming. Notice if the mind is coloring reality. You do not have to correct the mind. Just see clearly. Just stay in this by bringing all your focus to your navel. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And just open your eyes and return to your natural rhythm. To end, we would just take 3 soft breaths, or you can produce the sound, the universal sound, Om, which is optional. I love to produce the sound Om as Om Ucharan has the longest exhalation. So you would inhale, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, and then take a pause, and then the next. So if you're practicing Samavriti or you are practicing all different kind of pranayams, you can practice Om, which is, in my practice, I've come to realize that the slower our breath is, the more the our ability, our lungs capacity, and our ability of our whole respiratory system works great when we are able to exhale more than the inhalation in one breath cycle. So what we do is we take a deep breath in and then exhale with the sound Om. Let's do it. Take few short breaths. Take a deep breath in. The pause. Take a deep breath in. And the last, take a deep breath in. Just stay like that. Bring all your focus to your navel. And with the smile on your face, you may open your eyes. Today we explored Viparyayo. Viparyayo, the wrong knowing. The wrong knowing. Wrong knowledge, misunderstanding, misseeing. When we pause to look again, clarity returns. When clarity returns, the mind becomes steady. Thank you for practicing with me today. Until tomorrow, stay warm, stay open, and stay honest to your own story. Thank you, Aryan Singh. Thank you so much, Jeremiah. Thank you so much, Doc. Thank you, Oliver, Christine. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Mr. Sigma. And my darling Pavitra, thank you so much for joining everyone. Thank you. And we meet again tomorrow. Thank you.